passe rien. Ah. Ok, ça marche. Bon, c'est pas ouf comme début, mais... Okay, sorry for guys who are watching the replay on YouTube. Because I was a bit struggling to make it work again. And the thumbnail is still incorrect, unfortunately. So, streams. C'est pas vraiment un live en fait. Sing live. I don't know how to phrase it. Remember to jump to like in 1 minute. So in 1 minute it should be okay for people who are watching the replay on YouTube. Versus. C'était quoi le nom déjà? They have stupid names, honestly. They so it's not very Adthor. Brackets 9 group 2, and this is it. All right, I should launch the game too. I need to find where to change the thumbnail. What am I showing right now? Okay. Taking my time because there shouldn't be. I'm imagining that I shouldn't have like viewers right now, but maybe in like 5 minutes or something. I think in the meantime. Yeah, I think I'm going. Okay, never mind. Okay, I do have we do have Adthor right now. I'm not expecting any other special viewer, but what if you do have? Yeah. Okay. Well, the game is launching, so okay, we're going to start discussing the games and the players right now. So, we have Adthor versus fgzb. So Adthor, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm imagining that you're like the Thor, the Norse god of the ads, of advertisements. Maybe that's what it is. The one thing that you can get from the data on AO8 Insights, the one thing that catches the attention. So the two players have very similar elos. They are both of them are around like 800 or something like this. If I remember correctly, maybe Adthor has the biggest peak, but also has the lowest right now elo. So yeah, 700 and all-time high 900. And in the case of fgzb, it's like yeah, it's similar. Just the all-time high is a bit lower, but the elo on team games is quite decent. Shoop. So the one thing that can catch the attention. So in terms of civs, they are not random civ pickers, and we have a lot of Celts and Ethiopians, Spanish. Okay, maybe I'm mixing up because I was not remembering this. But in terms of maps, what is interesting is that we have here a kind of closed map players with a lot of enclosed and arena. So you could expect fgzb to try and go for the wall in the draft. whereas Adthor is better on Arabia typically, as well as Mega Random, if I remember correctly. Up. No, actually not Mega Random, just Arabia. Even though this is not very high, and Land Nomad. So we have a more aggressive player, and that is true for this. No. Once again, I have checked 3 games, so because I wasn't sure which one to cast, so I'm struggling to remember which is which. Sorry about that. But in terms of okay, in terms of civs, that's the one I remembered. We have Adthor playing with the Franks and the Celts in particular. So very classic civs, I would say. So if we go for the drafts, the map drafts first. So Adthor decide. So fgzb is the one. Yeah, fgzb is the one playing very close maps. So Adthor doesn't want to play arena, but there is something worse than arena, and it is the wall. So I am imagining. Yeah, we have the wall, so that is going to be very harsh for Adthor, probably. But aside from the wall, we have Water Nomad, and Water Nomad is a very special map because you have to be prepared. You can't improvise. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not showing the correct thing. I'm super sorry. Ordonné. Okay, I was casting. I'm super sorry. That's what I wanted to show. So we have the wall, which is going to be harsh for Adthor, and we're going to see Water Nomad. And Water Nomad, it's super harsh. It's even worse than the wall because you are prepared or you're not prepared. And if one player is prepared and the other is not prepared, then it's finished. Because you might even you can be helped by having some practice on Nomad and maps like this, but you also need specific preparation on Water Nomad. It's different from any other map. You have to be typically prepared to get to Feudal Age super early, and in Feudal Age you have to spam the navy, and then maybe you can spam land units, but I'm not sure this is viable. But you typically spam ships, and that means that you need to, and you can have a lot of food easily. So that means that in the beginning you need to get to amass a lot of food, and then you go for only wood and gold. It's very specific. And you have Nomad, and Nomad I think should probably favor Adthor. So I'm expecting this draft seems to be quite in favor of Adthor, but I might be wrong. That's just from the limited data I have from this. And in terms of civs, okay, Franks are a big thing. Spanish as well. That's unfortunate, but in any case, you pick this for the opponent, so it doesn't matter that much. So fgzb will fgzb will have to play a lot of cavalry. Yeah, a lot of cavalry. So I suppose that means that Adthor is confident versus cavalry. But as a matter of fact, what is unfortunate is that Adthor is going to have Gurjaras and also Incas. So Adthor has the civs to face the not the Incas though, but still the Gurjaras. So there is some potential to fight against the cavalry, at least for the Gurjaras. You need to be prepared for the Gurjaras. They have camels as early as Feudal Age. Let's just check the chats. Okay, no particular chat. So let's jump to the games. Yeah. Oh, I should delete the Discord as well. Hop. So. Up. Up. Here. And so it's going to be the first game is going to be the Nomad one with the Magyar versus the Sicilians. I think I really like the Sicilians on this map. It's going to a lot of what's going to happen will depend on where they spawn and where they put their TC. Sorry, I don't have a capture very well. Oh, that's unfortunate. There is the here. This was discussed in. Yeah, this was discussed in the Discord. The fact that okay, it's not horrible, but the fact that your villagers they can spawn. There can be a bay, an inside bay, and you can have the villagers separated by the bay. So these villagers, they are not super close. Actually, this wait. No, actually, it's kind of even. It's kind of even though, because these villagers, they are quite far from each other. So it's going to take some time for these two villages to join each other, and it's about the same time. So it's even, but it's very different because Adthor will want to join these two villages, but then we'll realize that there is something blocking them. So they have to circle a bit around the bay. So nice job by Adthor, going immediately for the dock. While in the meantime, where is the third villagers? Okay, there it is. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm imagining that fgzb just knows less about the meta and how to play Nomad, and goes for just the few villagers on the TC. And I'm really not a fan of this because no, I mean it's okay, but you need to go and build the. Yeah, no. You need to go and build the TC immediately because Adthor is going to have. Oh, no, that's bad as well though. It was very good from Adthor to build the dock first, but then you need to have your villager work on the fish, because that's one of the good thing of having a dock early. It's that you have a villager working on the fish, which is a super efficient way to get food. Okay, nice approach by fgzb to try and scout a bit with the villager. I would have preferred for the villager to go directly build TC, but that is fine as well. Okay, so we have the two TCs. I would say they are well, they are kinda close. It's not like they are immediately next to each other, but they are still kinda close. And intuitively, I would think that the Magyar are going to be favored if the two players have their TC far from each other. But I would prefer the Sicilians if they are close to each other, because that's more potential for infantry dungeon aggression, typically. I suppose we're going to get a fishing ship very soon from Adthor, thanks to the wood collection. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, Adthor really appears to me to be the better prepared player for this map. Going for the boar, I'm imagining. And they have loom, so it's fine. I'm finding the beginning of the game from Adthor to be very solid, at least for this elo. This is really like they're doing the correct things overall. All right. It's not as impressive coming from fgzb. fgzb is a bit less impressive. But that being said, fgzb is going to get their duck, so that's a good thing from them. Nice. Also a lure from fgzb. That username is so stupid. fgzb. I'm not sure if I'm... nice job, by the way, using the TC. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to pronounce it fgzb, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to use. Or am I supposed to say fgzb? I don't know. I don't think Adthor can have any clue on what their opponent is. I'm not sure there is any way to know. And the same can be said for Adthor. Except if I missed one time where there would have been okay. Now fgzb might know. That being said, thanks to this sheep. So that's going to be one thing interesting for fgzb. Might help. And the walling from fgzb is very clean. Starting well. Let's check the number of villages. fgzb does have the advantage. So there was the time where they picked Loom, so that could be one factor. I think villages includes the fishing ships. Yeah, clearly it does. So there's also a difference of 1 in number of fishing ships. So it's a bit unfortunate from from Adthor, because they did have the advantage. They were faster than fgzb, but then they kind of forgot about it. And one problem is that they also don't scout. So when you have a dock and fishing ships, okay, one more though, but you need to at some point to send the fishing ships to random locations like tuk 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 tuk, so you can discover the map a bit more, and then the fishing ships will find better fish, because right now they are on coast fish, which is not super strong. In spite of this being quite close. But I still think that Adthor, I still like the approach from Adthor. It was the beginning was quite clean still. I'm not sure what's happening here. Is this intentional, or what is the plan here? The good thing is that now they know where their opponent is. Maybe it was a way of scouting. And we have a suicidal villager here with no loom. And we have the first dungeon. It's a bit shy because you could have made the dungeon a bit further, but we already have a good amount of stone, and this is this is like when I see the TC on stone, I'm thinking, well, stone is not, it doesn't matter that much, but I forgot that this was the Sicilians and that they could use the stone, so it's actually a very great TC from Adthor now that I think about it. And we are going to see if Adthor can roll with the dungeon. The first one is very timid, but maybe the next one is going to do a lot of damage. It's a bit unfortunate though, because I think the two buildings close each other, so the villager cannot pass through here. They have to circle around. We need a house though. So we have Rand Barrack from fgzb. No stable yet. There'll soon be enough wood for a stable. Although I'm not sure that this is planned. And there we have the first aggressive dungeon. And the surgeons are also coming out. So let's see how fgzb can react to this. can defend from the dungeon aggression. Trying to get the gold. Let's see if this can be spotted by the surgeon. I'm not sure though. It's very far from the city. But maybe this surgeon can catch one villager going doing the path. Okay, those C1. But I don't think that Adthor attention is here. I think Adthor attention is here. We have currently no veal production from Adthor, but I don't know if this is if they forget about it or if it's intentional. Because sometimes when you play the Sicilians, you want to spend all the gold, all the stone on, all the food on surgeons. But we do have one villager being produced, so maybe it's not planned. Okay, very brave villagers, but I don't think you can do that much against the sergeant. Although to be fair, they have been nerfed, and there is also no upgrade from the blacksmith. So it's not like the villagers do nothing, but they're still dominated though. So nice job by Adthor, and this is getting worryingly difficult for fgzb. And it could be that I'm imagining that fgzb should be really like there is a lot of pressure right now, and maybe like the heart is beating fast, and they don't know what to do. A lot of overheat. Although they did manage to eliminate the sergeant, and they did manage to get access to this gold, and to like it's not being challenged right now, and I don't think, and this gold, technically this can be seen by Adthor, but I think they forgot about it. But that's a big amount of longswords with a TC against dungeons. A lot of it will come down to micro and paying attention. Right now, the engagement is very bad because there is no number of surgeons, and it's under the dungeon, so that was very bad for Adthor, for fgzb, sorry. That's unfortunate. Ooh, oh, that's just mean. That dungeon, it's like the last nail on the tomb. Oof. After the dungeon is up, there's basically no escape for the villagers. So we do have villagers here, which are safe, kind of safe. It's actually a very solid amount of villagers though. But I'm not sure that. I was going to say if Castle Age is not close, but I'm not sure of that. So maybe it's all a matter of mental composure. So the way the solution for fgzb is going to be resilience, managing to get the upgrades to Castle Age soon enough. Maybe they can delete two archers. Yeah, and the blacksmith is here, so now they can click, and maybe there is a way out once Castle Age is researched. But it's easier said than done because it really requires a lot of mental energy. I think the way is not to fight back with archers. This is good for resisting longer, but it shouldn't be the one solution. The one solution is to get to Castle Age, I think. To get the TC and everything. And then maybe Adthor will try to finish this economy and not realize that the main economy is not here. That could be the solution. Okay, now we have Castle Age clicked. And not for Adthor. So there is a chance, I think. It's very difficult, but there is a chance. Yeah, one thing which makes Tower Rush from the Sicilians very difficult is that, as opposed to other civ, with other civs you kill the villagers and then they can't make the towers anymore. But with the sergeants, like with the Sicilians, they can still use the sergeants to build the towers. I mean the dungeons. So it's way more difficult to prevent. New black. I'm not sure what this is about. Maybe they forgot they had blacksmith, or because it's good to have upgrades faster, but I'm not sure they need to be that fast. So maybe they forgot they had a blacksmith. I don't know. So Castle Age is up. We need a TC soon enough, but although the upgrades to archers is good as well. We do need some wood to get the TC, but the TC would be a great addition, I think. No, here. No, stop moving this way. No. Maybe it should get the hill. I don't know. But yeah, it's a decent micro from fgzb. And there we have the crossbow upgrade. And there is no upgrade from the... That's a big misplay by Adthor. They really forgot about upgrades. They need the armor upgrade. So it's a really nice reaction from fgzb, and I think they have the spirit. I would just like to see a new TC. I think that would be great, because this TC is... you don't really want to produce your villagers out of this. You want to produce villagers here, and to have a base here with the TC securing the economy and stuff. I think it would be better. Okay, there we have... Oh, no, it's a market. Well, maybe they want to buy the wood for the TC using the market. I don't know. Don't let this villager... Don't let him betray their... No! That's bad. That's super bad. No, stop moving. Okay, that was very worrying. Like, no, please, don't rush to your city, please. You really don't want Adthor to realize how much of the economy is here. Okay, that's fortunate. Okay, new dungeon at home to protect the economy, but this is exposed though, so they can really challenge the wood economy from here. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, maybe you can just stay here, because there's basically no other wood economy from the... Okay, move a bit though. Still no upgrade from the... Is there even a blacksmith? I think Adthor really needs to spend, especially on the blacksmith, but on many things. Like, look at the amount of gold. The beginning of the game was good. They had a plan, but they really need to make the next step. They very nice TC from fgzb. So I'm really liking the combative spirit from fgzb. And on the meantime, okay, second TC, very ambitious. That's a decent TC. That was a very solid TC. Let's check the resources. I'm not sure fgzb is going to be able to maintain a 2 TC economy. I think that's a bit ambitious. Okay, a bit unfortunate for the archers. But I think the big problem from Adthor is the lack of spending, the fact that they have no upgrades. Okay, there we have the blacksmith. Adthor really lets some room for KCIP to breathe. That's going to be the big problem. Like this game is even, and I think if Adthor had played their maximum, and maybe not get too relaxed when they realized that their rush was working, maybe they got too relaxed. They really need to fight again, because otherwise they. Okay, that's way too ambitious. I think there's no reason to get 3 TCs. Yeah, maybe if it was one of the civ that gets something out of the CC, maybe there was some justification. But there's only one TC producing right now, so there's no reason. The point of this is to protect, and this is protect, and to produce villages, and KCIP can barely produce out of 2 DCs, so I think the third DC is a big problem. Maybe big problem is a bit exaggerated, but still. But that's the one problem from KCIP, but the rest of it was very good, honestly. The resistance from KCIP was really excellent. Still no upgrade from Adthor. Okay, that's not great from KCIP though, but still decimates the surgeon, so it's not too bad. Okay, we do have Castle Age, so now they are a bit better, just because of Castle Age itself. Let's check the amount of villages, number of villages. So Adthor still has the advantage in number of villages, but you are going to see if KCIP can revert the situation. And please, KCIP, use the food. That's not free food. That costs wood. But here you have free food that doesn't cost any wood. So you would really want to end the berries as well. You would really want to focus on that. I really think that I'm rooting for KCIP here, because I really like their resistance, their fighting spirit. I really enjoyed that. But please do something about the food and stuff. Yeah, I got to reading the chat right now. I got too distracted fighting archers instead of looking for his eco. Yeah, that's it was a great jump from KCIP in really preserving the economy, but in the meantime challenging a bit the surgeons. Because if you don't fight back at all in your main base, then your opponent is going to reach out for you and to search for you and destroy you. But if you fight back to some degree, then you are going to manage to retain the attention of your opponent in your main base, and that is what you like in your original base, and that is really what you want. And look at this, the Adthor is only focusing on this direction. This is great for KCIP. Adthor really seems to have no clue where the actual economy is. But the one thing that we do need from KCIP is to manage to get the economy going, to use the free food more, use the berries, use the boar, use the deers, and then there could be a way. They're catching up in the number of villagers, but they're still below. It will still require some time before they can fully catch back. Okay, we have the first upgrade. Cavalry archers? I'm not super convinced, but I think archers were still better. But I get where they're coming from. Like this unit, I think, is better No, there's no... They are produced faster, but that's about it. And they have an upgrade in Imperial, but like this is in a super long time. Okay, Adthor is about to find... No, actually no, not really. It's still going to take some time. Okay, there we go. So that is a big moment. Right here. There are TCs to protect them. But at least Adthor will have a better idea of where the opponent is. Like, really is. And then we're going to look at the number of surgeons coming. That is why I think it was a big mistake by fgzb to use 3 TCs. Because that means that the economy is still... Like, fgzb is still trying to get the economy going. They can't really produce a lot of army. And that would not be the case if they had been more realistic in the number of TCs and just had 2 TCs. Because in this case, the production of the TCs would already be secured, and they would already be able to produce some defense. But it was a bit too late here. Okay, micro a bit, please. Nice. Ooh, that's... The reaction from Adthor was brutal. Like, 1 dungeon and then bam, bam. 2 dungeons at excellent location. 1 on the hill, securing the gold and stuff. 1 here between the 2 CCs. Like, Adthor was very slow, as long as they didn't realize how big the economy was behind the lines. And then bam, bam, bam. The location of the dungeons is excellent. And it was super fast. They needed some, like, some trigger. They needed to be triggered into producing into reaching out to their opponents. But once they're in, it's super solid. Look at the amount of resources that Adthor is not spending. Already like 1,500, 2,000 gold. That's way too much. That means that the game could be finished right now. Just make three siege workshop, spam rams, spam onages, I mean mangonels, and the game is finished. Or maybe buy stone and make castles. There are many ways to end the game. Just spend your resources. That's the big thing. Okay, fgzb is trying to survive. I can relate to that, but I think you're not going to survive, man. I think it's too late already. Okay, there is this CC though. I didn't spot this CC. I really like this location. I would have preferred the mining camp to be here, but it's still a very good CC, especially if they can take the boar. But I mean, still, because the base is a way better spender than Adthor. All the resources is spent, so maybe Adthor can learn from fgzb. I try to pronounce this name with no vowels at all, because when I say fgzb, I'm using a vowel. I'm saying fgzb. If I try to use as little vowel as possible, okay, nice job. It would be like fgzb, gzb, gzb. It sounds stupid. Okay, I'm going to accelerate a bit. Okay, this DC is pot and there is no villager right now. Yes, make rams. More rams, please. 2. Get the 3rd, please. Yeah, why not? Alright. No, it's actually a good idea to go for the houses. I think. Okay, but there we go. Make more rams, please. Send one rams and destroy the houses here. And then your opponent is not going to be able to produce anything. No, not the farm, please. Okay, there was one castle. So I'm imagining we should see some traps. Okay, good amounts of villages. Ooh, that's brutal. Okay, make the traps, please. Nice job. Not sure about this one, but the rest is good. What is this? No, it's useless. There's no knight, so. It's the upgrade. Okay, sorry, my bad. I thought it was the Imperial Age unique tech. Okay, so good job from Adthor. I like the fact that there are strengths and weaknesses in both players, and they can really learn from re-watching the game, reflecting on what they did, on where they could improve. Like typically for fgzb, the third TC was a problem, I think, and the fact that they really need to learn more, to practice more about resources and the free resources, because this is free. This would have helped a lot with the defense. But I really like the spirit of resilience, the capacity to resist and prepared to fight back with the UTC. But you do need excellent basics for that. You need to be excellent at rebuilding, at producing fast, finding the better resources and stuff like this. And maybe there was a chance. But as for Adthor, it was really a matter of not getting asleep or something, like not getting too relaxed, realizing that your opponent might have a good economy behind, and just explore a bit the map more. And aside from that, just spend the resources, because that was a big issue. When you have more than 1,000 of one resource in the bank, you know that there is a problem. So we were going to have a The Wall game, and we really saw the capacity of fgzb to focus on the economy and prepare to the battle and stuff. So and in the meantime, we saw some impatience, maybe to some degree, from Adthor. So I'm really thinking that this game should be very solid for Adthor, for fgzb, but we're going to see. And it's going to be Incas versus Burmese. I think I really like the Incas in this situation. But that being said, there is one problem for the Incas. It's that they don't have the bombard cannon, and this could be an issue. I don't know if the Burmese have it. They do have the bombard cannon, so that's one thing that I like for the Burmese in this map. But aside from that, for the rest, I like typically the Kamayuks. I think they can beat most of the units that the Burmese are going to be able to send. And if the Burmese go more for infantry, then we could see some Cape dancers. I forgot the name from the Incas. Some gunslingers. So yeah, I think that there is a lot of counters that can come from the Incas. Okay, Adthor, you need to remember to put the flag in the herdables. There we go. What? Okay. Okay, that's very ambitious from fgzb, trying to lure a ball and a deer in the same time. and also to produce the lumber camp. I think that's too many actions. And remember that using the 7th villager to build the lumber camp, that's just the meta, but that doesn't mean that it's required in itself. And I think that more players should realize that they can actually keep having villagers on the herdables in the beginning, especially if you want to push deer and slow boar in the same time in the beginning. I think you're trying to do too many actions in the same time. It's just my opinion. I know it's not the classic opinion, but but yeah. Okay, we're going to accelerate a bit. Yeah, I think fgzb watches games from pros and stuff, and really tries to emulate, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It can really help you to improve and stuff. But yeah, fgzb really strikes me as a player that tries to play the same as the pro, and doing the meta things and stuff, with a lot of big actions and pushing a lot of deers very fast, very early. Trying to use the TC. What is this? Wait, I think it's a bit early. I think this. I think Castle Age is coming too early. Sorry, Feudal Age is coming too early from fgzb. I would be impressed if they still manage to, like, if they still manage to get a smooth transition to Castle Age, then it's going to be totally justified. But I would be a bit surprised. I think it's a bit too ambitious, especially with this number of villages. I think this is too many villages on wood to justify this approach. But we do have a nice amount of food. Well, but that being said, we have a nice amount of food, but that includes the boar and the deer, because they took the deer and the boar super fast. But once this food is depleted, it's going to be difficult to get the last food. Let's count, because you have. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to watch and see, to sit and see. I'm not sure what the phrase should be. In the meantime, okay, Adthor is going for Feudal Age at about the same time. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure about this, but well, I mean, it fits the character, because Adthor was the more aggressive, maybe even impatient player. So maybe that's showing here, and they can take their opponent by surprise. So that's that is a play. Okay, so I take it back. That was a super smooth transition to Castle Age. So really nice job from fgzb. I was not expecting to like this is super. This is an excellent Castle Age timing. So really nice job, really nice clean job from fgzb. Yeah, it's not the same for from Adthor, but Adthor is going all for the aggressive method, and maybe there was a way. It's still going to take some more time, but Arson is coming. There could be the upgrades to Manatam as well. Maybe we're going to see a blacksmith and the attack upgrade. So maybe that can speed up things a bit. Aru. It's unfortunate that the scout finishes the scouting here, because he's a bit hard to spot right now, hidden in the tree. Especially if fgzb plays with oh, that was clutch. Plays with the big tree. If they do, then it's going to be a bit difficult to find back the scouts. It's soon going to be halfway. Well, as they say, it only takes 2 soldiers and a dream. 2 soldiers, patience, and a dream. But cartilage is coming. Ah, what's going to be about? Maybe outposts? Okay, no! No loom. Well, I mean, it makes sense to not have loom in more closed maps, but... Okay, that was a bit unfortunate. Okay, we're more than halfway now. Still no mana time upgrades, but it shouldn't take too much time now. Like maybe 4 more in-game minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to have a please research loom though, please. Okay, my game is lagging a bit. It's okay. So yeah, it was about outposts. And fgzb should be able to spot the aggression here. And we're going to see what the reaction is going to be. Wait. But I think fgzb should be able to... No, fgzb does see it. Yeah, the house is coming in time. It's a bit clutch, but it's still coming in time. You do need to produce villages, though. Excellent TC. Good TC, excellent TC. Look at this TC. This TC is perfect. Wood, stone, gold the other way. It's excellent TC. Okay, nice job. Okay, I'm imagining that archers are here to stop the villagers from building the houses, basically. But it's a bit slow, and fgzb already has a solid economic lead, so the number of villagers is similar, but right now there's 3 TCs producing, so it's going to get very difficult for Adthor. fgzb only needs to be like to defend the base and prevent the aggression for like 5 to 10 more minutes, and then they win the game basically. Remember to research. You should research the big upgrades in the original TC, because this TC is not great. The villagers produced out of this TC have to work a lot, so you want to use that TC to produce upgrades. Meanwhile, this TC is producing villagers directly to the resource, so it's a great TC. You want to keep having it producing villagers. Same for this TC. This TC is excellent. So is it going to be Scorpions or Meganol? I think Scorpions would be better, because it wouldn't challenge the houses. Okay, there we go. Ah, yeah, the archers is doing a nice job here. But that being said, this is the Incas that we're talking about. So we're going to see, like, if there is a blacksmith, all the upgrades for the infantry, they are going to affect the villagers. I don't know if fgzb has this in mind, but that could be really help with villagers walling the site. Excellent jump from the Scorpions. Like, I think the Scorpions all by itself destroyed the whole mass of soldiers from the opponent. And now there's 2 of them, so... I think it's already 1-1. The set is 1-1 already. Boom, 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 boom. When you think about it, for a monk, that man is super fast. If you compare it to a villager, the monk is the old man is very impressive. I really like basically fgzb was prepared to this map, just the same as Adthor was prepared for Nomad. That's the way it appears to me. That's a bit ambitious. I'm not a fan of this TC. Like this TC doesn't. This TC is bad because it's surrounded by farms that already have a spot to put back the food. There's no resource accessible from the TC, and on the other hand, it gives very little room for more farms. And on top of that, it's a 4th TC, and you already struggle to produce out of the 3 TCs. Like, you don't even produce villagers at this point. So this TC makes no sense. Just because you have 4 more TCs doesn't mean that your economy is going to be better. It's not always the same. It's not always like this. You had 2 excellent TCs, but this one is bad. Castle. I think I would prefer this castle to be elsewhere, because this section is already fairly well prepared. Let's see if the Mangonel gets any kill. Big moment here. Okay, first kill. Second kill. That's a clutch Mangonel, trying to save Adthor all by itself. It got I think it got 4 kills. That was a big one. And we have the upgrades to Imperial from Adthor. So that is something. Adthor is playing the Burmese. Has a university and a city workshop. So using bombard cannon, there could be a way. I think that's the play. It's the last chance for Adthor. It's bombard cannon, I think. But the base is open from fgzb. Like, if I mean between the 2 of them. Please don't make a wall. Make a house. I mean a gate, so you can use this to your advantage. Make a gate, please. Okay, fgzb, remember, you have a big amount of wood, like of lumberjacks. You really need to send your villagers to gold and stone now to balance your economy. Doom doom. Okay, let's see what Imperial is used for. I am really waiting to see chemistry. I think that would be the big thing. In the meantime, we're going to see elephants, but elephants against Kamayuks, it's not the perfect matchup. Especially if there is the number for fgzb. The Eagle Scouts have too little bonus against cavalry to justify themselves, but the Kamayuks, they have a nice amount of bonus damage. So yeah, they were cleaned very fast by the Kamayuks. And archers, no, you're not going to make it with a few archers. Okay, Adthor is a super. Adthor is not sure what to do. We saw Adthor try to make archers, then delete it, then go for cavalry archers. In a sense, I think that the ram destroying the wall really weakened the position from Adthor. Because if this hadn't happened, I don't think that fgzb would have destroyed the wall by themselves. So I think that would have given more time for Adthor to spend to research chemistry and then make more bat cannons. So I think it was actually a misplay to destroy the wall. I think it was really playing in favor of your opponent. Remember that Kamayuks, they have... Okay, it's actually... I think they were a bit nerfed. So maybe it's the Elite upgrade... sorry, Elite version that has more pierce armor. But... actually, they have less than I remembered. I thought they had like 6 armor of armor. Okay, they do have the upgrades. Yeah, I guess it's just this. In my memory, they had like 6, counting all the blacksmith upgrades. They had 6 of pierce armor, which means that it's difficult to get to kill them with just archers. And we're going to see a nice army from fgzb with eagle warriors, which means that the archers are just not going to be... It's just not going to work. But nothing is going to work anyway at this point. Like, I think it's already too late for Adthor. Maybe some big shots with the scorpions on these villages. That could happen. I'd like to see some big. No, it's going to be too late. Okay, no ballistics for the scorpions, but there's still a big amount of them. So, oh, GG Sculpt. Adthor just wanted to have at least one castle before going out. So excellent, like very well played by fgzb. fgzb came super prepared for this map. But now we're going to see water nomad, and for water nomad you need to be prepared. And it's way different. Okay, I'm sorry. We watched the second game instead of we watched the third game instead of the second game. Sorry about this, because they were not ordered in the easiest way. But I'm a bit confused because that means that after fgzb lost, fgzb decided to go for the harder map. You wouldn't expect that to happen. This map has the hardest beginning. There's no way you're not confused when you start this game. Nice reaction by fgzb. It was quite fast. It's still a lot of villages and fishing ships idle right now for both players. And the two TCs are going to be super close to each other. Okay, at this point, for fgzb, it's only fishing ships that are idle. Yeah, it's kind of even between the two players right now. And the one thing that you always forget when you play this map, it's to build houses. You need a lot of houses in the very beginning. Yeah, there you go. Okay, in theory, this is the map for Adthor, but the beginning from fgzb is a bit more impressive for now. Although there is one thing that fgzb is forgetting, it's to make a... Maybe forgetting is a bit too much, but fgzb is really lacking the dock right now. Adthor, you need to make houses. It's good to check on your units and stuff, but you need to make houses. You don't want your villagers to be homeless. I think Adthor is a... like, Adthor, there is ad in the name. So Adthor is very capitalist. Adthor, like, doesn't want to have a state-owned property and, like, to fund public real estate and stuff. Like, for Adthor, if they're homeless, it's their problem. They have to find their own way to get houses. Adthor is waiting for the private companies to make the houses. But it's not happening, unfortunately. Yeah, I think overall, fgzb seems to have a good amount of game knowledge and like how to play this map and this map, how to deal, how to get your economy going. There's more knowledge and meta from like awareness from fgzb, which really plays to their advantage. Like, in these maps, you can't just rely on aggressiveness. You need to have an excellent economy. If you want to be fast, you have to be fast. If you want to, you need to know how to be fast in this map. And to be fast in this map specifically. It's different from any other map. And it seems that Adthor is trying to get to Feudal Age, but unfortunately... They do have a dock and the lumber camp. Okay, there we go. And fgzb could click. Okay, fgzb does lack a building though. Only has the dock. It's unfortunately because aside from that, fgzb has a very solid lead. But they need to make a mining camp or a lumber camp. Okay, it's going to be the mining camp. So there's going to be some time for Adthor to fight in order to get something going, because otherwise fgzb is really going to use their lead. Dum dum. So it's going to be Gallis, and Gallis is the meta pick. It's personally I like to go for fire ships, but in this map, like you can make more. You have more potential if you use Gallis for several reasons. I couldn't justify it too well, but like basically, among other things, if you have Gallis, you can deny wood, so that's one of the reasons typically. Another reason I guess is that the TC is it's at a point where the TC really fights back against the ship and everything. So you are also helping your TC if you get the blacksmith upgrades for range and attack. So that would be a second reason. And yeah, I guess like basically if you have fire ship, you can wall this part, but it can be denied with the galleys no matter what. The gold. That's super unfortunate for fgzb. And fgzb is going to go for demo ships. All right, like demo rafts. I mean, send it down, please. Now. Okay, maybe waiting for more galleys before they justify the demo raft. I really liked the beginning of the game from fgzb, but there is a bit of stubbornness here at play. Okay, there is a good potential for demo rafts here. Okay, another barrack here. Ah, let's go. Delete it. Okay, would have hoped for more. Yeah. Alright, the barrack is going up. I think fire ships would potentially be better than demo raft. Okay, we're going to see militias. Okay, demo raft could be a big thing if they could reach the economy, because they can destroy several villages in the same time. Or also destroy all the buffaloes. Was orders. What does the guy speak French? That's not French. Uzo. Okay, maybe it resembles Vizord, but something different. Oops. Okay, nice. Fire ships. I think this is better. Please send the demo rafts. Don't let it rot like this. Use it against the villages. Okay. I think the demo could be used. Yeah, in this map, the galleys they really dominate the sea. As long as the micro is good enough. Oh, but I think the demo. Yeah, okay, too late. That's unfortunate. The beginning of the game from Adthor was from fgzb was very solid, but fgzb is really struggling right now. Okay, nice reaction. I think the tower really justifies itself. On the gold. But the number of villages is KCIP is about to lose their advantage in this category. Oh, that was that was clutch. Only one villager survived. I'm really not convinced by going for land units like this. It's just not working. KCIP played well in this game, but was too stubborn. Stubborn when they wanted to make this barrack, and lost several villages. I'd say there was a bit of stubbornness in the tower, maybe, even though it still justified itself. And then there was the stubbornness in going for Menatams, which, like I think just as much resource has been spent on Menatams compared to the Galleys, and the Galleys just destroyed the Menatams because they're just better in this matchup. They're fast, they have the range, they have enough attack to beat the armor from the Menatams. It's just a one-sided matchup. Okay, we trying to go for Navy again. So it's going to... The game is going to be decided now. If the counter attack on the water... No, not now, not now. Okay, unfortunately, KCIP was a bit impatient. You need to wait a bit, and also make some demo. Like make a don't always try to do one unit at a time. Like it was first it was the demo, then it was the militia, now it's the fire ships. You're not forced into having only one unit. I think it's better to have a mix of fire ships and demo rafts. Okay, nice. Waiting in the dock. You see, if there was a demo raft right now, if there were two demo rafts, I think most of the navy would be gone. Oh, that's a big navy from Adthor. Maybe I should say Adthor, I don't know. Yeah, galley spam is the... Yeah, that's the play. Alright. Okay, nice job. Especially since Adthor is not watching right now. Okay. But if there were a few demo rafts, during the short period where Adthor was not looking, 10 galleys could be destroyed, just like this. Just in a snap of finger. So it's really a pity that there was no firing, there were no demo rafts. It's really the big thing that was lacking. Okay, Adthor, you need to spend. It's the thing that it keeps happening. It happened in game 1, and it happens in this game as well. That's if you have that much of one resource in the bank, it means that there is a problem somewhere. You need to make more docks, because you have only 2 docks producing galleys. The game could be finished faster if you had 3 or 4 or even 5 docks at this point. But it's still a victory for you. I think it's getting too late for fgzb to find a solution. Nice job here, but we see Castle Age though for fgzb. I didn't realize that. There is a chance now. Just because of that. And there is a market, so selling a bit of food, fgzb can get the upgrades to Castle Age Navy. So I'm really waiting for this to happen. We see a TC, so that's a thing as well. Make demo raft, please, fgzb, at some point. Because demo rafts were not working when you were fighting against two galleys. At this point, it didn't really justify itself. But now that you face like 8 units packed together, demo rafts start to be a thing at this point. It's very unfortunate that fgzb seems to be forgetting about the Castle Age. Like the where is it? Okay, it's not super well made on this on the tech tree, but the upgrades to this upgrade here, the upgrades to galley, that would be a big thing. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, a bit of between fights chilling from both players. Okay, we see a nice castle. I think I don't know. I would have liked it here, but maybe it was a bit ambitious. I don't know if the castle is going up though. It will. We're going to see how the micro from Adthor is, but okay, the micro from Adthor doesn't seem to be very great. There's not enough focus fire, I think, and a lot of units are killed as well. That's okay. We're down to only 3 villages though. 2 villages, 1. Oh, no, it's not going to. Just one volley. Please, you need to destroy the villager. That's an excellent job from Adthor, from fgzb, I mean. All right, the whole navy is cleaned, just like that, and the castle is up, and even the TC is in range, I think. Yeah, the TC is in range. I really like this castle. it looks to me that these attacks are synchronized as well. I've noticed that a few units still have unsynchronized attacks, but I think in this case it's synchronized. So when they swing their swords, you can see the damage being done. Which is one of the numerous things that the patch did well. I was a bit surprised to see how a lot of players, a lot of people were hyped about the DLC and then got upset and disappointed with the DLC. I think there was some confusion between the patch and the DLC. And like because of the patch, they got hyped for the DLC as well. But DLCs are not a really big thing right now. We already have that many civs, and civs, the more time goes on, the more the DLCs and the civs get questionable. The patch was the big thing. And it's probably the biggest patch and the greatest patch that has ever been done to AoE 2. Checking the number of villages. Adthor still has the advantage in that category. But Adthor is going to get down to only 1 TC. Now... What? Now? Alright. And one thing that we still see in this game as well is the capacity of fgzb to spend. As contrasted with this. I think the game is it would be game over if Adthor was better at spending resources. That's a big issue. Look at the difference. Nice job by fgzb. Does need to get some upgrades. The armor upgrades for the scouts that would help a lot. But it's still a very nice raid. Check. One demo shot, one demo shot, and bam, this was gone. This is so 1939. With the cavalry fighting against tanks from the Lithuanians. Does get the job going though. Does get the job done though. I think there is a chance for fgzb if there is either a castle or siege workshop or both in this part of the map. That would be that's the big thing that I'm waiting for. So that would be the winning condition. This and a few demo rafts as well, like demo ships. I mean, that's the two things that could really get the thing done for KCIP. And as for Adthor, it's going to be spamming. Whatever the unit, if you just spam it, you win the game, basically. As long as it's not trace cards or fishing ships, of course. I didn't spot this part of the economy yet, actually. Okay, we have Imperial Edge clicked. Going to check the chat a bit, in case something happens. I said Adthor, okay. The focus fire seemed to me to be quite good this time from Adthor. And that's a lot of villagers killed. That's something that happened a lot throughout the set, especially in this game. The villagers killed for KCIP's stubborn plans. Like, I think half of the villagers from KCIP died just here. Okay, maybe not half, but at least 20%. And now there's not enough villagers to finish this castle. And there's a big pressure from Adthor, and the Gallia are going to be war galleys. And I don't think cavalry can do anything against this. The beginning of the game for KCIP was quite solid, but the problem was that there was too much stubbornness and wrong choice of units from KCIP, and I think that's what gave the victory to their opponent. Meanwhile, for Adthor, the beginning of the game was not so great. There needs to be some more preparation on how to start the game. But as soon as it got going, the rest was very solid. Okay, we're going to accelerate a bit. I think there's no winning condition for KCIP at this point. Unless they are like me and they are preparing the final blow, the final bonus style points. Bonus the thing for style. Like they're preparing a big boom or something, something funny to be remembered by. I hope that's what is happening. I want to see something funny happening. No, it's still the same thing. It's still producing economy again and stuff. That's exactly what happened in first game. But in first game there was still some potential, but in this game there's no potential. I think it's really too late by a lot. I'll just drop this here. But I, as a player, I have been like I have been reported to the admins for way less than this. Just dropping this here. Wink wink. I was way more reasonable than fgzb here. In terms of okay, there we go. Okay, to be fair, I didn't say GG. So maybe that's the difference. Also I technically didn't click on give up. But anyway, nice job from Adthor, and I really like the fact that we saw strength and weakness, and that we can see this improve maybe in the next games, and that in any case they can work on their weaknesses, as well as know what their strengths already are. So that's a nice thing to see. So yeah, GG, and that was it. Going to leave it at this. Maybe I'm going to cast more games, but I don't know if it's going to be later this evening or maybe tomorrow. We're gonna see that.